What's happening in the course of the next hour? Well, first up after the news, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, about broadband. It's 8 o'clock on Monday, the 6th of December. American officials have condemned WikiLeaks after the website published a list of hundreds of facilities said to be vital for American security. Every community in Britain has been promised that it'll have access to the fastest broadband networks within 5 years. Excuse me, and Egypt has called in international shark experts to investigate a series of attacks in the Red Sea. Pardon me, coughing fit. The news comes from Rory Morrison.
In perhaps its most controversial release yet.
A word before we go on. I'm afraid many of you will have noticed that I landed in one of those awful verbal tangles just before 8 o'clock. Courtesy, I should say, of Dr. Spooner. Some of you, we know from emails, thought it funny. Some, we also know from emails, were fairly offended on a Monday morning. And all I can say is, occasionally in live broadcasting, these things happen. And I'm very sorry to anyone who thought it wasn't what they wanted to hear over their breakfast. Neither did I, needless to say.
It is 22 minutes past 8.
We heard this morning one of the primary examples of the Freudian slip that we're ever likely to hear on Radio 4.
Which we're not going to repeat in quite the terms it happened, but...
but now almost anybody now listening who was listening this morning will be aware of something that was happening.
Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, had his name Freudianly transposed.
Right. He did. Now, of course, why we call this a Freudian slip is the notion that we could read into this more than just a cough.
Yeah.
or a cough or just a simple accident. But you might like to suggest that Jeremy Hunt is the man who is responsible for relationships with the BBC, for the funding of the BBC.
I should apologise already for saying it again, but it's just it's very hard to talk about it without saying it.